Hey everybody, Andrew Wagenbach coming to you from St. Charles Borromeo. So excited that the bishop's letter came out, and man, we get to resume. We get to resume masses on the 18th. That's only a couple weeks from now, and so we'll be back together. I mean, at a third capacity, but that's like 300 people at mass. What a gift! What an amazing gift! And so I'm just so grateful and so happy, so excited that I wanted to share with you some of my favorite jokes. Okay, and so some of my favorite jokes, and remember I have 4 little kids, and so what I think is funny maybe is not what you think is funny, but I'm from Wisconsin, and we grew up hearing about cow jokes, right? Because that's Wisconsin, like there's cows and stuff. And so the first one is, what do you call a cow that only has 2 legs on one side? Let's think. What do you think? Two legs on one side? You would call that lean beef, right? So then the next one has to be, what do you call a cow that doesn't have any legs? Well, that would be ground beef, right? Because it's on the, okay, all right, I won't explain it to you. You're either laughing or you're not. And the last one is my favorite one. What do you call a cow that tries to jump over the moon but doesn't make it? Well, my friends, you call that an utter disaster. One of my favorite saints of all time is this guy right here. Not only does he have an amazing beard, and as you can tell, this is about all I can grow, but he has an amazing beard and he is an amazing saint. His name is Saint Maximilian Kolbe. So the quote that I wanna share with you is this one, and it's Saint Maximilian Kolbe. The cross is the school of love. If God is love, which He is, okay, God is love, and we want to be like God, and we want to be with God for all eternity. So the whole point of life is to learn how to love, right? Well, how did God show His love to us more than any other way? He allowed His Son to die on a cross, and so this idea that the cross is a school of love. My question for you is, what is the cross that God is calling you to carry right now? What is the cross that you're bearing? Parents, maybe it's that your kids are home all the time, right? And that's not against you kids. It's just the reality that our lives are different than they were 2 months ago. And kids, maybe it's that you're home all day long with your parents and you don't get to go to school. Or maybe it's you have siblings that are just so annoying and they're taking your stuff and they won't leave you alone. Older 8th grade girls is what I'm thinking. Little siblings that are coming in and bugging you in your room and stuff. But the reality is that Jesus Christ came, died on a cross. And Maximilian Kolbe says that the cross is the school of love. And we can always be educated in this school, right? And the way that we're educated is by suffering a little bit, by sacrificing, by learning how to love like Christ loved. And what did Christ do? He laid His whole life down. He laid His whole life down for us. And that's what we're called to do as saints, as Christians, right? And so my saint challenge for you today is to make sacrifices. You're like, wait, I'm already making all these sacrifices. Like I'm doing distance learning. I have to be at home all day long. Yeah, I get that, right? But that's kind of like forced, okay? Maximilian Kolbe chose to die for that man. He knew he was going to die. He knew it from the beginning. As soon as he stood up and said, I want to take this man's place, he knew that he was going to die. And so I want you to voluntarily choose to make a sacrifice today. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what sacrifice you want to make or need to make. Maybe it's food. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's money. I don't know. It's the thing that kind of keeps you away from following the Lord more fully. And so the cross is the school of love. I want you to think about that, and I want you to make sacrifices today, tomorrow, the next day, so that you can ultimately enter into this idea that we are being educated every time we offer something up to be able to love more, so that our capacity to love grows, so that we can be more like God Himself, who is love. So that's my challenge. I hope you take me up on it, because you will find that you are happier and that you are holier when you follow my man, St. Maximilian Kolbe, and you carry your cross well. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. Have a great rest of your day.